Marketing is not about running advertisement. Advertising is only one tactical tool within a much broader function in the operations of a business. The marketing expense is spent on understanding customer needs, designing value propositions, selecting the target segment to sell the product to, and supporting the customers after they bought the product. Indeed, the marketing expense that goes to these activities is much more than running promotion campaigns and advertisement. Advertising merely let the customers know your product and love the value of your product enough to buy it. All the marketing activities mentioned above creates and manages that value. Welcome to Lesson 3. In this lesson, we move from pricing decisions, the hard numbers, the profit margins, the cost per unit sold, to something less tangible but equally powerful in shaping the competitiveness of the business. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to recognize marketing expense as a strategic investment. Understand how customers respond to changes in marketing intensity, price, and availability. Integrate marketing decisions with decisions on price and R&D. Recognize the dynamics in market share competition. Apply disciplined analysis using a business intelligence decision matrix to make marketing investment decisions. In the business simulation game, you make decisions on the marketing expense. This is the sum of money you budgeted to spend to create value. This perceived value is represented by a product image index in the business simulation game. This is your brand and has the effect of increasing the demand for the product. The product image is a key performance indicator that tells you the cost effectiveness of your decisions on the marketing expense. Marketing strategy is about positioning a product in the minds of the customers, differentiating it from the products of the competitors, and aligning that position with a value that customers are looking for. Without marketing, your product is just another one of those on the shelf of a store, competing purely on price. Marketing gives meaning to the product through perceived value and becomes something the customers will not only pay more for, but will continue to buy it repeatedly. At its core, marketing is about communicating value. Marketing is a process that deliberately puts into the minds of the customers an image of a product. The customers see the value of the product through this image. If they like it enough, they will spend money to have it, and the product is sold, signaling that the product image has successfully converted potential demand into sales. Bear in mind that marketing does not sell products. Marketing changes how customers think, and that change moves a consumer from a large pool into your pool of potential customers. In the business simulation game, round after round, you make decisions on how much you want to spend based on what you want to accomplish. Sell more product units? Justify a higher price to generate more profits? Build long-term loyalty toward the product? A combination of all the above? Ultimately, marketing determines how many units you can sell and to whom. Customers do not buy a product for the technical features alone. They buy a product for the unique feeling, the packaging looks, the support received in using it, the convenience in getting to it, and the emotional meaning it invokes, and so on. Collectively, these make up the value of the product. Marketing is the mechanism that communicates this value. We can think of marketing as moving customers through 4 stages. Awareness. Do customers know you exist? Consideration. Do they think of you when buying the product? Preference. Do they like your product more than competitors? Loyalty. Do they return repeatedly? The expense you budgeted for marketing is supposed to nudge customers along this path, dollar by dollar. You cannot nudge all the consumers toward your product. You can only nudge certain segment of the consumers, and the marketing strategy you adopted determines which segment of the customers you choose to nudge. The classic marketing framework is the 4 P's marketing mix: product, price, place, promotion. In the business simulation game, you influence the product through R&D expense in terms of the product quality index. You set the price to align with your overall business goal. The place is fixed for all the competitors, same sales channel, same marketplace. You influence promotion through marketing expense in terms of the product image. This means marketing decisions cannot be separated from price, R&D, and production decisions. It only works if the other P's support it. There are 2 broad approaches to marketing: push marketing and pull marketing, differentiated by how demand will be created and supported. Push marketing strategy allocates resources to trade promotions, channel incentives, and sales efforts to push the product through intermediaries. It delivers faster, more predictable demand, but is costly. Tendency to overestimate demand leads to overproduction and excessive finished goods inventory. Push strategy suits mature products, capacity-intensive operations, and markets dominated by distributors. Pull marketing strategy invests in brand, customer experience, and awareness to stimulate end-user demand that pulls the product through the system to the end users. It supports higher margins and stable demand, but it requires time, patience, and upfront investment. In the business simulation game, push strategy allocates aggressive marketing expense round after round with moderate R&D expense and allocate higher production volume in anticipation of high demand. Pull strategy allocates upfront investment in the beginning rounds with moderate marketing expense in subsequent rounds with aggressive R&D expense round after round to create perceived value. Consider the 4 decision combinations that couple marketing expense with price in your marketing strategy. If your strategy is a premium positioning, you would decide on high marketing expense coupled with high selling price. If your strategy is to capture market share aggressively, then you would decide on high marketing expense coupled with low selling price. If your strategy is cost competition, then you would decide on low marketing expense coupled with low price. It will be a disaster if you would decide on low marketing coupled with high price, because without marketing support, high price will just drive consumers away. Marketing effectiveness is relative. If you increase spending while competitors do not, you gain visibility. If everyone increases together, costs rise, and no one gains advantage. This is a classic arms race dynamic. You will apply the plan, do, check, adjust cycle to make decisions in the operations of the company over multiple business periods. There are altogether 8 decisions you need to make in each round of the business simulation: price, marketing expense, R&D expense, raw material procurement, production allocation, maintenance, equipment investment, and dividend. The first three decisions, namely price, marketing, and R&D, are best made integrated, not in isolation, as explained earlier. You will generate a business intelligence decision matrix like this one as a tool to help you make sound and logical decisions. The decision column is marketing expense. The outcome 1 column is product image index. The outcome 2 column is potential demand. The outcome 3 column is sales volume. The KPI column is the ranking of the product image among competitors. You are now at the middle of a business simulation game that had gone through 4 rounds. All the data pertaining to the past rounds are at your disposal. You just need to find them. You can find the decision on marketing expense in the business decisions decision history page, the product image index in the status product image page, the potential demand in the status business status page, the sales volume in the status business status page. You can find the ranking of product image of your company amongst the competitors in the status product image page. Fill all the cells with the data you extracted. Start with reviewing your performance in the past rounds. Go over the control steps. The goal is to assess the effectiveness of marketing expense decisions. The standard that defines good performance is the position you plan to achieve in the ranking amongst competitors. The performance to review is the ranking position amongst the competitors as well as the potential demand created by the good product image. Take a hard look at how the outcomes and KPI change with the changes in the decisions on marketing expense over the past rounds. The sales volume will be one outcome whose movement alongside potential demand can indicate problems when sales volume does not match potential demand. The marketing expense invested is supposed to keep the product image up and the potential demand growing. If they do not get better, despite increasing marketing expense round after round, it could be a situation of diminishing returns. If they fall sharply after a marketing expense cut, it could be a situation of underinvestment compared with the competitors. The correction that can be made is to invest more or invest less in the next round, and by how much. Having decided on the correction, go over to the plan steps. Now, go over the plan steps. The goal is to increase potential demand to maximize business. The strategy is to spend on marketing to keep the product image high and potential demand growing. The forecast is the position of your company amongst competitors as well as the potential demand in the next multiple rounds. The budget is the commitment of R&D investment, capacity expansion, the price, and the cash resource for the marketing expense. Ask the question and answer it yourself. What do I want to happen in the next rounds, and how much should I invest in marketing in the next round? Marketing is a strategic investment to create demand through the efforts of communicating value to the consumers and converting their behavior towards brand loyalty. A decision on the marketing expense alone cannot succeed without the coordinated support of other decisions. Price decision should not contradict marketing in strategic positioning. Product quality through R&D expense decision should not lack the value promised. Production capacity expansion through equipment investment decision should not fail to match increased demand accomplished by marketing. Integration is everything. In the business simulation game, you need to treat the various decisions as a holistic whole, counter-check with each other to make sure there is no holes in the package. Here are the key takeaways in this lesson. Marketing is the voice of the company. It translates features into value and visibility into sales. Marketing operates in a competitive context. You need to outdo or at least match the competitors. Marketing must be integrated with pricing and R&D as well as capacity. Marketing can either amplifies strategy or becomes a waste.